there we go again. Gangplank, number 1, Azir, number 2. So a little bit of the same, a little bit of the maybe new, maybe we see something else now. Maybe Talo will be the third one that gets targeted. We'll see. Ryze is also gone. They don't want to deal with that anymore on the top lane.
Yeah. So GP, Ryze, Echo, still sort of the same sort of bans coming out from Red Instinct. Azir, Kindred, still the same. Let's see if there's going to be a LeBlanc.
Yeah, there we go. So people at the rest of the hall know now we're here for the finals. We're in the pick and ban phase for the last game for the League of Legends Swiss Gaming Channel's finals. We have now the picks and bans, and there it is. LeBlanc is gone for the third game.
So they're going to definitely target Golden God for this last game, I think, which is a very smart approach from that Pixels. Seeing that Golden God stuck through all these team fights, was able to get those bursts before one even started. So I am curious what's going to happen next. Here comes the Elise first pick.
There's the Elise first pick. That's what I was trying to say, or said in the second game. Koala is also really proficient on Elise, and now they're taking the comfort spot from Talo. He has now to switch on either something new, like completely new. Fiddle got some buffs. He is a really good Fiddle player. Played it to some success, to really good success, even in the higher tournaments of the Swiss community. So that's an option. But anyway, Rins is not joking around now. They know what they have to do, and it seems like either they listened or they made their notes.
So we see the bottom lane being locked in from that Pixel with the Braum, Lucian, Super Senshi. We've seen them a lot in the qualifiers. Maybe you can remember there was every game. Basically, there was a Braum and a Lucian trying to fill around on the same lane. Braum just overall super strong support. He can negate a lot of damage. He can put out a lot of procs for the stun. Being just a good, well-rounded up support overall. Lucian also played well by Leo last game, but he was just getting shut down by LeBlanc as soon as he was just a little bit too close for Golden God's feeling. He just got blown up, and here comes Vayne.
Yeah, there comes Vayne. So Alistar Vayne is an answer to Braum. Lucian, one would think, oh my god, why would you pick Vayne into Lucian? That's really scary in the early game. But the lanes are like, Rins is good enough to play it defensively. And there is Malzahar. So there is no, apparently there was no such agreement between the players. We don't see any. Yeah, Taliesin was forced out of his comfort zone, and he went into the god tier Malzahar zone. And let's see if he can actually, like, get to the full potential of Malzahar. We have only seen him in some casual games. So I now want to see him in a real game. I want to see what can you do with him.
So just a quick roundup for our viewers which don't quite understand why Malzahar has got here. Basically his Voidlings got buffed over the edge. He can spawn them, like, they spawn each other as soon as they reach 50, or how does the mechanic exactly work?
Whenever a Voidling hits a champion or a monster the first time, he spawns a new Voidling. So you make a Voidling, he attacks, immediately spawns a second Voidling. That one attacks, immediately spawns a third Voidling, and you usually can get up to like 6 or 7 before they stop spawning.
Yeah, I think they stop spawning as soon as they reached a certain life threshold.
Yeah, duration threshold. So they're staying up for like 12 seconds or 10 seconds or something, and at 4 they don't spawn anymore.
Exactly, they stop spawning at 4 seconds.
Yep.
To round up the composition for Red Instinct, we see, and again, Tom Kench coming out for the top lane, and Victor in the mid lane.
Yeah, Victor.
He got changed a little bit.
Yeah, he got changed a little bit.
But not what they said. He feels a little more clunky now. I had no chance to play myself.
Yeah, he was like a little bit overshadowed by. But there's so much happening in this patch. Like Victor saw so little changes compared to what's happening all over the map and the items and the dragons, that he's a little bit forgotten. Let's see if he can still perform like he did in like half a year ago. And there's also a Twisted Fate.
Again, 3 APs. AP jungle, AP top, AP mid. I don't think is Malzahar playing AD, or I think he has an insane AD scaling, but mostly played AP for now.
Who? Malzahar?
Malzahar.
Yeah, he's a crazy AP scaling actually.
And this is game number 3 of our finals here at the Swiss Gaming Challenge.
Yeah, this is now the final. It's game number 3. It's Red Instinct versus Dead Pixel. We are at 1-1. We are now entered the Summoner's Rift, and this is the final showdown. And maybe this time we see something else. Dead Pixels are actually rushing together towards that mid lane.
Well, if he popped the gold card a little bit early, I don't quite know why he already started to that skill so early. They may have got something out of it, but you can see Yama and Koala now responding, getting in some deep wards, seeing if they're gonna do a lane swap or not. Ping's going out onto the Malzahar.
Yeah, there is warding now. They know what that Pixel are doing, where they're rotating. Again here, so they will know if the AD carry and the support is hiding somewhere. But those two guys are still happily here, doing some stretching, pre-game stretching. It's really good. Else you get a cramp in the mid game. Oh, it's not good.
I mean, cramp on Lucian.
Yeah.
Horrible.
No dashes anymore.
Yeah.
Wouldn't be that great. Anyway, we have, in the end, it still is the same start as always. We have Gromp and the Golems for the bot lane. So we are back to Season 3, where everybody does the start minion for the bot lane. So the AD carries will hit level 2 really early again. And obviously there we see Malzahar. I hope we don't bug splat.
This is the Voidlink Fiesta.
Yeah, I mean, it's just bananas. So just for the viewers that maybe haven't seen the changes in effect yet, as far as I know, Malzahar can do solo dragon at level 3. It's actually possible to do. And he can solo the Herald at 5 or 7, I'm not quite sure anymore. Ooh, that's some good Harris right there.
Zeke. That was quite nice procs, but there is going the third W out attack from Zeke onto Lucian is going to force him popping that potion as well. We have the same top lane like last game. I mean, in the end, Tom Kench just has higher usage. Here comes a nice stun. The flash is not used quite yet, but the heal comes down from Zeke. Is going to go on to cooldown. J-Lim is going to block those shots.
Yeah, but in the end, I mean, he has a CS lead, but now CK can farm under the turret. And even though they got some good picks there, like the piercing light actually connected and they got out the stun, somehow CK always managed to get like 3 shots out onto Lucian anyway. And the trades weren't that effective for Lucian, which is kind of surprising. So first dragon, just gonna check it. Yeah, that's the air again, right?
That's the air dragon.
So that's movement speed, if I'm correct, out of combat movement speed, 10%, 15%, something like that.
Yep, well it's not percent, it's actually just flat. 15,
it's flat,
30,
yeah, it's
45.
flat 15, yeah.
But as you said, Vayne still being able to now farm safely underneath the turret. Obviously that Pixel spot lane need to have used the Vayne pick. A lot of damage going on to Yama for now. It was like that exactly in the last game as well on the top lane. Pride is going to be able to push back Yama for a while, but after mid game, the utility which Tom brings with him is just so strong versus Lissandra.
So now I just remembered like the bigger Victor changes. They took a little bit power from his laser, because instead they couldn't buff him that much because there was so much power packed into his death rate. But the laser speed increased by nearly 50%. So it's, whoa, that's a flash engage.
Is gonna go in, but why does he put back J-Lim? But J-Lim is gonna go down. Oh no, he is able to get a heal from Lucian and flash away after Wing really onto him. Done. So that's a flash exhaust out for Sangos and a flash and heal out of the bot lane of Dead Pixels.
That was a really great engage there by Sangos. They did manage to finalize the kill, but really not hesitating there to pull the trigger if necessary. Well, let's see if maybe like another gank on bot lane is more fruitful now that the flashes are gone.
I'm quite surprised to see that Malzahar is not completely out farming Elise right now, even though Elise had the chance to do a bot lane gank, while Malzahar was just farming. Elise
he is close to level 5, and Koala is just hitting level 4. So, yeah. But he's going back right now, and I think Malzahar is like one of these more boring, let's say, junglers. Like he's the level 6 jungler. He will be out of the jungle when he has his spooky scary ultimate, and then we will probably just wreck someone's face. I mean, mid lane is probably like the best choice. Those two guys in mid lane, Victor and TF, are not really that mobile. Actually, quite the opposite. And if you just flash ultimate as a Malzahar from like a river brush or even from behind when you come from the race or so, there is close to 0 seconds time to react, and then you're suppressed. And with an additional gold card, that should be the deal.
Golden God did take cleanse again, so we just need to make sure that
you cannot cleanse. You cannot cleanse suppression, right?
I'm pretty sure that you can cleanse suppression. In my,
no, I thought
it's all disabled.
That's the point. That you had to buy QSS. I always mix that up. We'll see. We'll see. I thought it doesn't work.
I mean, if it doesn't work, holy moly, Golden God is gonna have some trouble if he pulls off that flash ultimate on the Malzahar. Bot lane Vayne being able to sustain her farming versus the Lucian, that's quite unfortunate for that Pixels. Also Victor having a 16 farm lead in the mid lane already.
Yeah, so Victor is actually really pushing hard. I mean, TF has a good wave clear, but Victor, the laser is still incredibly strong, as we see there. Oh,
Koala's gonna come around. Oof,
nice,
a nice reactive flash by Lagally, flashing that cocoon of Elise. That could have been death with Golden God being level 6. That probably.
But now we see it paying off. Talo is now level 6, while Koala is still level 5. So the power farming actually had some effect, and Talo is making its move down to bot lane.
Yeah, and
but also Elise.
Elise is also moving down, sort of, but now you can see that that Pixel's bot lane, they sort of got the push towards them, so they need to get a little bit closer. That's a lot of damage onto ZK. Jalen blocking some return damage, making that trade very favorable. Elise going back to the top side jungle, now probably going to deliver that blue buff to the Victor.
Yeah, and top lane we still have Pride pushing Yamalol a little bit, but again, it's not like that scary for Yama. There is basically no kill pressure, and as long as he doesn't fall too far behind in CS, it's fine. I mean, even if he's like down 15 or 20, that's okay. He just has to be tanky and eat people. He doesn't need the money to make damage. Pride does. So, yeah, there's a completely different money or gold efficiency on those two champs, allowing Yama to just play the defensive game.
I'm very much looking forward to that first gank of Talo to see how he's going to utilize the Malzahar, how much damage he's actually going to output.
The other thing is if they are gonna like have some pressure here as soon as the stuff runs out there. Like now the Scuttle Crab is gone. Ooh, and there comes.
Ooh, Sango's taking a lot of damage. He's gonna get condemned back into the wall. Here comes the flash ultimate from Talo, and that's first blood going over to Dead Pixels.
Yep. And then we see the new ultimate that actually puts down the pool now.
Yep.
And draining your max life points, and also everyone's around there. So he now has 2 abilities in 1. Yay!
And they didn't even need to get a flash from Braum or from Lucian to get in range for that one. Talo is quite healthy for this one, and it's going to put a lot of damage into return with that Voidlings. And if you can see, Talo's Voidlings are just finishing off the red buff. Leo is now coming to maybe get that one away. I don't know if Smite is up or if he's going to steal it. A nice ultimate from J Lim is going to get everybody knocked up. Here comes the ultimate from Twisted Fate. He's going to try to go onto Sangos. Sangos is going to go down in just a second. The silence is going to go onto Koala. Koala is now stunned by the Q. Is the prop going to come through? Lagally is being stunned up by Zeke in the back end. That Pixel's Leo is going to be able to pick up the Elise, so that's a 2-for-1.
Yeah, really
overall.
well done. Luckily reacted quite fast there. Stunned one guy, then killed the other. So even if he split up his attention there, it was done really well. And yeah, Lim had to pay the support price and die for his team. but in the end, the trade was very favorable for them. And who got the kill? Malzahar and Lucian, so gold well spent there.
Yeah, Lucian now having a 15 CS lead right there. Spent all of his gold, so he's going to come back quite strong onto the lane. Let's see if he can abuse the Vayne pick a little bit more. I'm not quite sure how much ZK needs to have to go off, because he had a fantastic performance during the qualifiers, even though he was behind for the major part of the game. And as soon as they're going to group up, that stuff is not going to happen anymore, because Tom Kench is going to be there to eat him up if they don't do that perfect stun.
Oh,
Meanwhile, Talo's going to go mid. He does have his ultimate up, so he's going to ult charge onto a Golden God, but he's going down to 20% HP, but he's not going to fall down for now. Talo going to try to farm himself up a little bit more in the jungle. I mean, not sure if Golden God cleansed that. No, that's too long on cooldown.
Yeah.
Probably went for a gold card by Lagerly.
Yeah, at top lane, again, they're the poor guys, not really yet integrated into the grand scheme of the game, still farming up their CS counts and waiting for the first second place, I guess. But none of the teams so far really made an effort. But at least Red Instinct is doing a great job at actually securing the dragon area. There is a ping. They know what Malzahar can do. That thing is there since the, so basically since the beginning. And as long as Talo doesn't clear it, and when he makes a move into the pit, they probably rotate immediately, because it's just too dangerous.
Calling out is going to take down Sangos to a little. He still has his ultimate up and is going to be able to sustain himself up with his heal and with his potion. Talos, meanwhile, not able to quite solo Rift Herald for now, because the Rift Skull was still up. Don't think they're going to power dive for now, but Lagerly, you can see he makes the move down bottom, so he's probably going to ult, and they might try to pull off.
Yeah, if the turret falls, if they get the turret low enough, or even before, I mean, Sangos is really low. He has the ultimate and he has an exhaust, so it's not. Oh, but there is me.
Oh, he went back into the mid lane. Golden God is going to get stunned up, needs to flash away. Talo just in the backside. His ult was not up quite yet. That's maybe why it did not work out.
That's a nifty trick there.
That was
just faking down, going on bot lane, and then doing the double whammy, going back to mid, waiting for Malzahar. But Malzahar didn't have the flash ready yet. If he had, it would be over soon. And we still have there, like, the junglers are close to the bot lane. Yeah, because they're both close. Now the turret is down, but
and Lagerly's TP is still up, but they're gonna figure it out that they need to back off for now. Gonna get spotted by the ward. They're gonna ping out Dragon. It would be the first Dragon of the game going over to that Pixels if they can do it. Maybe they're gonna try to go for it. An ult from Braum is traded for a flash and Vayne. That's okay.
That's okay, but for the team fight, maybe the Braum ultimate actually will be really necessary. But okay, let's see that. I mean, that's just basically Malzahar alone.
Yeah, holy moly! But he's sort of helping Koala for now. I'm not sure how much he actually wants to take him down while losing control. If you look at the top lane right now, there's a TP coming in from Twisted Fate going towards the top lane. Pride actually getting swallowed. Not sure if he's going to go down to the spinning out, if the Q is going to be enough. Gold card is going to land. Yamalol is going to go dangerously low. Is going to flash over the wall. Here comes the gold card onto Yama. Is going to drop to Lagerly. Another kill onto Dead Pixels.
Yeah, that's the early Lich Bane there, giving him the burst.
Ooh, a flash Talo onto Golden God. He's going to go down in just a second. Cleanse is being wasted. Meanwhile, Red Instinct are still going to try to finish off the Dragon. Taliesin, you saw the passive there, not being touched by that W. But a nice response. Koala now landing that cocoon, but not having enough damage. Is he sure he wants to do that? No, he needs to flash out for now.
Yeah, Lagerly is there.
3 versus 3 for now. Here comes J-Lim from the side.
Lagerly is... Does he have... No, he doesn't have flash. It's just...
Dodged that wild card. Just barely. Here comes out the Culling. Almost going to take him down. A heal needs to come out from Ziki. He's still going to drop down. Sangos now dangerously low. Still has his ultimate up though. Meanwhile, on top lane,
Pride did...
He took the turret and he still has his TP up. So he's able to join the team as soon as they need me.
Yeah, and that Pixels again, now they are really aggressive. Talo already has like 5 ganks, 5 kills in the first 14 minutes of the game, so that's exactly what they needed. This is exactly what they did in the first game, what what was enough to get them the game. Let's see if they don't fall into the lull, which we have like at 20 minutes where they just start to wobble around, don't like go concisely for the objectives, and I hope they just keep on going like this. I mean, Super Leo is now really big. He didn't have the time to shine that much. Last game he was a little bit overshadowed by CK, but now maybe it's time to get some sweet revenge.
Let's see if they're gonna ping out the Rift Herald. You can see it was probably Talos ping out onto the Rift Herald. He's being able to solo that one out. You can see Pride moving down. Now Rins are gonna notice what's going on. If we just put the camera towards the Rift Herald, we will see that he just has no chance of standing against all those Voidlings spawning right there. Already down to 4k HP. Yama's gonna maybe try to contest it. It reset a little bit, so it's back up to 4k health for now. Twisted Fate has his ultimate up, so he's able to assist the team if needed, but the Rift Herald is gonna go down. Buff, pretty sure, gonna go over to Pride.
Yeah, let's check it.
Yeah.
Yep, there it is. So 16 minute to the 36-minute mark. I don't think we had a game that lasted like longer than that, or
no, that was usually sort of the end game.
Yeah,
mark.
that was like the game. So basically, Pride is now set for a game. Has this additional damage and damage mitigation, right? No, additional damage. Yeah. So even more burst potential from Lissandra. Exactly what the Rins didn't want to happen.
Now we sort of see them crunching up together on the top lane. Again, we see 2 turrets taken by Dead Pixels, none taken by Red Instinct for now. Talo now sort of moving around the middle lane. They're sort of getting together. Leo also moving from the bottom lane towards the mid lane. Dragon is going to spawn in about 2.5 minutes.
Yep. And this time we have, this is
the water.
This is water.
That's water.
So this is regeneration. I don't think the teams in this game really benefit from it that much.
Ooh, is it going to be enough time to stun him? He got stunned just before he could cast the ultimate, so Yama is now caught out. He got the silence, so I'm not sure if he can reactivate his shield. He's going to get up laggily, but he's going to survive
so
this
much
one.
Damage anyway.
So much
Crazy.
damage, and so close of Yama getting away.
Yeah, I mean, he has Balmy, Cinder, and Spectre's Cowl, and this is what happens in a 3v1. It's just amazing what the frog can do there, the frog fishy. And yeah. So far, we also saw Malzahar now, 303. He's living up to his hype, I think. He's having the impact we thought he would have. The jungle speed is really good. He was never really in danger though. I mean, he's a caster. There was, maybe remember, there was like these funny Karthus jungling builds and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But the problem with these builds were they went low, and that was really risky. If you got invaded, you basically died. Now, I just watched Talos' life points during the jungle. It didn't move. He stayed on full HP. And I don't think you can just invade Malzahar. If he just gives you the debuff, and the minions also spawn on each attack on champions.
Yeah.
Then you just will be rushed down by like 5 or 6 of these minions on level 2 or 3. I don't think most junglers can handle that.
Most likely, if you're going to counter jungle and you're going to find Malzahar in the jungle, he will already have some Voidlings around him, which are then going to switch targets. So he's already going to have this little army going for him, so definitely not want to invade a Malzahar while he's clearing the jungle.
Well, maybe only if his cooldowns are down, because that's the problem with casters.
He can't even spawn his Voidlings on blue buff because he was too scared that he's gonna steal it. So he actually took it down just with his other skills.
So he has a weak spot. He cannot clear blue that fast for his teammate.
Needs to be careful to not steal, but now 5 people are in the mid lane. Now Lucian and Lissandra are gonna join from each respective side. They're gonna ping out the Lucian. Not sure if they're gonna try to just focus him. He's a little bit out of position, but he gets back into the team for now. Lissandra is gonna move up into the mid lane. We'll have a 5 versus 5. In just a moment, Dragon is going to spawn in about 30 seconds. Maybe they want to try to get this middle turret before.
Yeah, and so far, Vayne is really behind the power curve. His ATC is down. He has 2 deaths, and he haven't even finished his blade. So, actually, Siki right now, even though he has great skills, he's probably a complete non-factor.
Yeah. they're gonna take down a little bit of a chunk of that turret, but they probably are just gonna switch focus onto the dragon, even though it's just a water dragon. It's just forcing Rince to fight them in a 5v5, which they probably are gonna excel for the moment being. If you take a look if there's actually any chance of steal, it's really just Yama being there for the lick, but it's not gonna happen. He's just gonna lick a little bit of sword, a little bit of shield of Braum.
Oh, where did he go?
He went into the mid lane, just
mid lane, okay.
Just pushing out that wave, making sure that they have a chance to get now the mid lane turret. So there's another dragon?
Yeah.
Or was it 1-in-1 now? I think it's 1-in-1 now.
Let's see. Yeah, they also have a dragon. So we have movement speed against
regen.
I think the movement speed is maybe a little bit better right now. Out of combo movement speed is really great. Ooh.
Maybe they're going to try to catch out Koala. Koala's still going to get ulted before the cocoon lands. He's going to already be at 50% HP. A flash ultimate by Malzahar is going to take him down. Pretty sure that was a good TP cancel, but they are now 4 versus 5. They took out 1 kill for nothing. Gonna get that turret, and they should back. Why is that Glacier Fisher coming out? I don't quite understand why they want to re-engage.
Probably just to be ultra secure that nobody engages there. Well, if they have now time to wait out the cooldown, it's not that bad. But Rince actually can now get the turret back, probably. It's a big ultimate.
It's a big ultimate, and Rince is going to play off of it. They're going to stick around in the mid lane, see if they can actually return that power. Jalen taking a little bit of poke, taking out the Unbreakable. Lissandra, meanwhile, in the top lane, being able to push out the waves. Lucian on the bottom side. So Pride can TP if needed, but Leo is just pushing out his...
And getting even more CS. I mean, he's at 230 at 21.
What were we talking about when, what is it called when you have 100 more CS than Yennefer later?
Oh yeah.
We were talking about that during the qualifiers, but as you can tell now, Lucian is just going to break the mark where he's going to be 100 CS up, and as you just mentioned, 240 almost at 22 minutes.
I mean, there's 3,000 gold difference between the AD carries. There is so much Vayne has to do to catch up, to be a threat against this comp. I mean, yeah, Dead Pixels is kind of squishy. They still only have like 1 tank. So, and the tank is only the support. But it doesn't seem like Lissandra will have her Sonyas, she will have her ultimate. Malzahar obviously seems like going a little bit tanky. There will be a Realize, there will be Abyssal, so he doesn't get blown out completely instant.
Not quite sure.
Yeah, Malzahar is really cheeky there.
Malzahar is just lurking around, and there are no wards for Red Instinct to spot him, so he's...
And with Malzahar and his ultimate, oh, there he goes. Nope.
Just the silence coming through. Lissandra also still in the top lane. You can see how Leo is just keep on farming his jungle, taking that red buff, preparing for the next fight, which will probably be around the top turret, I could imagine.
Yeah, and again, we have now, I think it is the biggest gold lead we had in a long time for a team against Red Instinct. They were hardly ever so far behind. If there is a chance for that Pixel to take this game and to really take it home now, it would be right now in the next 5 minutes. Go for the kills, and there is the gank on Yama. And
TF is going to ultimate, and he's going to go on to the Yama. Yama doesn't even have time to pop his shield. That's down. A 1-for-0.
But there
right now, Koala is going to get stunned up by the Braum passive, being ready up to get the stun. Here comes the ultimate onto Koala. He's going to go down in just a second. Sangos is going to pop his ultimate, going to try to distract him. Victor in the backline is just getting demolished by the culling. That's a 3-for-0, no, 3-for-1. Yeah. In favor of Dead Pixels. Maybe they're going to try to turn.
I think it was the ultimate from Golden God that, after he died, like finished the last ticks onto Pride. But in the end, yeah, it's 3-for-1, and they can be really lucky that they're squishy, too squishy to make Baron. Yeah. Because if it would be a little bit tankier lineup, or even if Braum just would have been full health.
We had that scenario just before last game where they thought we could still do a Baron.
And this time they don't go. So
this time they don't go.
Because last time I think this was probably like one of the turning points. There were the two things, the botched Baron call, and that they gave away the dragon, the Elder Dragon. That was just too much power. And there we see Malzahar a little bit in action. I mean, it's so fast. And yeah, they also scale really well with AP now. Deal 34 physical damage plus 47 magic. So each of those little buggers is hitting for 80. You can have like 4 or 5. So that's like 400 DPS, around 400 DPS, just the minions hitting you. And yeah, that's like 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 damage on a single target. You're pretty dead.
So we have a 9k gold lead almost for Dead Pixels. Looking at Vayne, she has a Bork and then she has a QSS. She has so little damage versus an Essence Reaver, Maw, which still has some AD stats, a Shiv. I mean, so much damage coming out of this Lucian if he wants to.
Yeah, but I think he's still forced to do. I mean, you could go and say, well, I don't care. If I get catched, I'm dead anyway. But he still went for the QSS, but now that delays the late game power spike even more.
Yeah.
Oh, and
Leo's gonna go a little aggressive onto the Vayne. Is she gonna go down or she's gonna get eaten up by the time Kent Friday is in the side lane? Maybe he's gonna try to ult up Golden God. Golden God is gonna get ulted up. Is he gonna go down? Yes, he can go down. It's a 1-for-1. 2-for-1 in favor of Dead Pixels for now. Yama is gonna get stunned up for a while. Goldcar coming in. Does he have time to pop his shield? Yes, he does. He's probably still gonna survive for now. Glacier Fisher is gonna come out. Not gonna catch anybody. Calling. Nice flash by Leo. Dodging that knock-up by Alistar. Nice. Target switching, aggro switching from J-Lim and
that's
Leo.
An ace.
That's an ace, so they're gonna turn right onto Baron.
Yeah, and they have Malzahar now. Even if Lim is really low, I think the minions can tank now.
Yeah.
I think that's the whole deal, right? So let's see. Let's see.
If you look at the health, I mean, it's going down. It's already a 75% HP. No chance that Koala can come along and steal that one from him. Now they're tanky enough.
Yeah, and see, he's now hitting the little minions. They didn't take that much damage yet, and there are already the next ones, because I don't know how much cooldown reduction. Oh, we don't see how much. Let's check the items. It's only, no, it doesn't. It doesn't even have that much cooldown reduction actually. So yeah, that's weird. How does he? The cooldown is really low in that case. I didn't know that the maxed out W is that low. The cooldown is that low because he immediately spawned it again.
Koala is already down to 50% HP, going down to 10. Is he going to be able to eat him up by Yama? Yama is going to eat him up. Talo is looking from the side if you can catch him, and they need to back
Dragon
off.
is life.
And Dragon is life, so they're going to get the second air dragon. No, I think that's
water. No, that's air.
That's the first air dragon for Dead Pixels besides the water elemental they already got.
3 waves. They get me every time. They get me every time.
Let's see if, and again you can see a ping going out on the red buff from Rinse now being showed on the minimap as soon as it spawns. There's a Banner of Command minion with Power empowered, so they're gonna put out a lot of damage onto that turret. It's already gonna go down. That's so much. 270 AD on this kind of minion. He's gonna wreck faces on that turret right now, and he's safe.
Yeah, we're brown. That's like haha. And even Talo, I mean, he has the spell shield, right? He can always, whenever it's ready, he can just walk up and like take one for the team.
Yeah.
Because he's CC immune for 1 second if he does. And
they're probably going to try to engage. Shelm is going to be quite low, but the turret is already at 50% HP. Sangos is going to be really low. It's going to send out the calling. Golden Go is almost down already. Yama's going to get ulted by the Malzahar. Victor is going down on the side. Sangos is also going to drop in just a second. Koala is going to get flashed on by. Oh, that's an ace from Dead Pixels, and that might be it. They have Baron empowered minions. They have the Banner of Command on.
Like that's it. Dead Pixels is winning the finals right there. This time it was enough. 18,000 gold lead. A really great team fight there. Malzahar, it is 19 kills and assists in 21, and this is it. This is the Nexus. This is the kill. Dead Pixels are the Swiss Gaming Challenge winners.